OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods.
I know you guys are probably asking yourselves, who gave this nigga the right to write a Bible? But if we all look past the lies and false teachers of the men that portray themselves to be the powers that be and seek the truth, our lives just as well as all that lives, lives are Bible.
OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods.
No matter what man-made religion we believe in, just being true to thy Lord within ourselves will bring us peace. It's gonna be alright, cause in hell, we can't win the war between good and evil without being truthful to the powers that be.
OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods.
Hood, hierarchy, mob pad. Every single episode, man, we gonna give them a little background.
I know how I feel because I've been through that 1,000 times.
Lovely ghetto you, beautiful ghetto you, sweet ghetto.
We made so much doing that. I started taking that money throwing the concerts.
It's your boy, Project Pata. Hood hierarchy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, man, if it ain't in the hood, man, it ain't on here.
Hey, this your boy Mario Cannon, man. You rocking with Hood Hierarchy. You already know what's going down.
Team Pretty P stand up. It's a wrap. Tune in.
It's Deli Dale. And whenever I got time and I'm relaxing and I'm chilling, I don't give a damn if I'm laying in the bed with you. I'm checking out Hood Hierarchy. And it's just that simple, just that easy.
It's 7 Up, man, straight from Brooklyn. I want y'all to check my boy out, Uncle Beast, Hood Hierarchy. The dopest interviews, the dopest content, the dopest platform, straight from Chi-Town, man. You know what it is, man. We representing Uncle Beast, Hood Hierarchy. That's the highest of prestige. Get it? You already know. That's on game. You heard?
Well, I was saying this the one and only HD president, Mr. Bow Bow Bow. This is Hood Hierarchy checking in. I'm signing out. HD4, bow, bow, bow.
I'm booked and I'm busy. Yeah, I'm booked and I'm busy. Yeah, I'm busy. About my money and not too many. Can't get with me. Stick to my lonely. Stick to my homies. Cause I ain't friendly. Ain't no gimme. I pulled it out the mud. Before I give it to you quick, ain't no showing love. I'm booked and I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm booked. Damn so busy. Schedule paper money, run it up.
Yeah. Bloodstone the street preacher, you know what I'm saying? Game face. With my nigga DJ Fingers on the track. It's my time. Let's get it. Rhyme rapper, beat slapper, G, whatever you wanna call it. Bloodstone the street preacher, lifetime, we the holy. Call it like I be it, full-time MCing. And really don't care about you fools disagreeing. Straight reality coming out of SD. Knocking out the competition like Muhammad Ali. Confident, never cocky with these bars I be spitting. But very serious about these fruits I be hitting. Fools start switching, then they start snitching. Faster than the chef cooking things in the kitchen. And yeah, I gotta mention to you undercover devils, even on the step ladder, you're not on my level. Time. Homie, it's my time. You know I gotta get mine. Don't worry about me, gonna fix your own plate. You know I gotta get it, cause time don't wait.
Thank you, everyone. You are now welcome aboard the G-Man Experience.
F&G shit. Shot the whole day, go. Shot the bro Trey Boogie. We sliding. Sliding in the rental, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on her toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I done. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, it's your big homie Trey Boogie. This is the Friday night chop up. You know, this is the one we talk about physical and mental health issues and more. And, you know, how to cope, how to deal, and try to inspire somebody, you know, while we inspire ourselves. That's, you know. Y'all know what I've been going through. Ain't no new update. Right now, I'll have an update after the 10th. But, you know, keep praying for me. I'm going to keep praying for y'all, you dig? I got to give a shout out to my sponsors, you know, 9 Kill Radio, you know, Uncle Beats, the Hood Hierarchy Mobcast, Shout Body, Us Before Me, the Thug Bible Movement, my man DJ Immortal, Cognac, KP Platinum, and big up to my man Bloodstone, the Street Preacher, and my man K9 Comedy. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I appreciate y'all coming on. Everybody on Facebook and Instagram, if you could come over to YouTube, that would be, you know, a beautiful thing. We trying to run up these numbers on YouTube, but yeah, I had somebody when I did the Omar, Omeezy was on with Mo Swagger. You know, I told her I was gonna have her on the show one time so we could just chop, because she's in the fight too and she's in the struggle too. So, you know, I appreciate her coming on and giving me a little bit of her time. So, you know, allow me to introduce to some and present to others. Cassandra Rios. I was going to do it and say it with the accent, you know, Cassandra, but, you know, I just, you know.
Then I got to be an other and all that?
But, yeah, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on. You know, everybody don't want to share their stories and trials and tribulations and blessings, too, because it all come down to a blessing, because we're all right here right now doing this. So, go ahead and, you know, I told you the elevator pitch. Let them know who you are and everything real quick.
Cassandra, coming straight from the Southeast area. Just been born in Detroit, but I was raised here in Southeast San Diego. And I got a lot of peeps out here. So, here to talk about my struggles with my mental health and my cancer also.
Yeah, you know. And, you know, keep fighting. You know, Cassandra's strong. You know, like all of us that's in the fight too, you know, dealing with what we got to deal with, you know, and I started this podcast because, you know, people see me still doing my shows, still doing this. I'm in the hospital, I'm having surgery, but then I'm, you know, doing my shows back in the day in downtown, and I'm still, but I was holding too much in. I was internalizing everything, you know what I mean, and just trying to live, and they don't understand the process and the toll it takes on you to be able to do that, and I said I need to start talking about it because it helps me out. You know what I'm saying? It helps me out a lot. I do talk to someone as I'm a disabled Army combat veteran. 100% PTSD, depression, uh, man, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Two combats. So, from Dago, you know what I mean? Like live Dago and then live that, and now I'm dealing with this. And it's just it's a minor issue, minor issue, but it's a very serious issue. You know, you brought it up that you're in the fight too. You know, elaborate on that. Let them know what you're dealing with and stuff.
So originally, I told I had hyperthyroidism. That turned into it turning into cancer. So I'm gonna have to have surgery, but they're unsure where else it has spread. Um, I also suffer from rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis. They told me that I wouldn't be able to walk pretty soon. I'm not listening. I'm not giving up. I'm staying the fight for that. But I'm never be able to fix this. I'm never be able to touch again. So it kind of let it get to me because I do suffer also from depression and PTSD also. Um, Suicidal thoughts and stuff like that, which has been a fight in itself. Um, so it's kind of hard for me going from an active life of hiking, fishing, playing sports to now I'm just stuck in the house basically.
In your head, in your head,
Yeah, yeah.
in your head.
But I definitely get out and walk because what they tell me, I'm not listening, and we're not going to go there. I'm not going to be bedridden. I'm not doing none of that.
That's right. That's right. It's. I didn't even know you. I I have thyroid cancer, and it started with hyperthyroidism. It was bananas. The day I went I had a little lump that started on my neck. And I'm thinking like I slept wrong. I popped a blood vessel. I don't know. It was just a little tiny thing and it didn't hurt. The bump didn't hurt. But when I turned my neck, it hurt. But, eventually I let it go and let it go. And then eventually I had like a big lump on my throat, And the day I went to the emergency room, my big sis, Mindy, rest in peace, called and gave me her diagnosis. And she just thought she was sick from being allergic to a cat. And they ran tests. And while I was going to the emergency room, she called and told me she had stage 4 lung cancer. You know, 3 months later, she's not here now. It took her quick.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have kids. You have kids?
I do. I have one biological and 6 step kids.
So I was asking because, I know how when I got that phone call with my diagnosis, where my mind went. Can you just let them know, like, when you got that phone call, Big love, Swagger. I hope everything's okay with you, man. I hope everything went successful.
Shout out to Swagger.
And big up to my brother DJ Immortal in Canada. It's love, brother. You already know it's love. But yeah, that feeling, or what you thought about,
So when the doctors told me that, like, I think it's kind of hard to go to that negative space because you don't know your options, you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know the future. You only know what they tell you. And if you didn't catch it on time, what they're going to tell you is you have 6 months to live, a year to live, 2 years to live. So it immediately put me in a state of shock.
I'm sorry, they told you that?
I started doing my will.
They told you that? Did they give you
Yeah,
a
they said I didn't get it
timeline?
removed. They said I didn't a year.
Wow. See, I haven't. I'm stage 4
A
now.
year, but I've surpassed 2.
Praise God.
But I also suffer with heart failure, kidney failure, and liver failure, stage 3 for liver. So those are the things that you kind of like. First, you get in a state of shock. Like, are they even? Is this real? Is this a dream? Is this happening to me? But the sicker you get, the more meds you get, it becomes real. So,
Yeah.
I don't think, and then my depression kicked in, and there's days where I didn't get out of bed, but I had to kick myself
Yeah.
in that butt so that I would get on the kids, so I could feed my kids, so I could take my kids to school because I'm a single parent. So I had to be strong for them, and I had to make the right preparations just in case, and I had to get it together.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know you're dealing with all that. I remember you were saying stuff, but my memory now is bad, you know. So
And that's what they
man,
don't understand. Like the meds make you go crazy. Like you're crazy out of your mind. So, and I get a lot like you're too pretty, you can't be sick. You're only 37 years old, you can't be sick. Well, I am. Here I am.
I get the you don't look like you're sick. You look good. I don't,
Thank you. Thank you.
you know, and
I try really hard.
you know, and I heard folks tell me that, and they don't know. Like I be in my head, like man, y'all just don't know. You know, the outside don't look like what the inside look like. You know, and what I got to deal with from the inside, plus having kids and little ones, and then you start thinking like you start doing counting numbers, like man, and then you get depressed in your head, thinking like you ain't going to even get to see them this and see them that, and then it throws. You say you deal with depression, you still deal with suicide ideation. That's what it's called when you think about it. You know,
Well,
life
I
would be
also
better
tried to take
without
my
me
life.
here.
I tried to
I
take my
mean,
life, and God was on my side. So I appreciate Him. I will never take my life for granted ever again. I just try to live every day like it's my last day. Um, Even if I'm sick, even if I don't feel good, I have to keep moving for my kids.
got to. You know what Mac Dre say? I'ma live till I die. And that's what I
Yeah.
keep telling everyone, man. I'm here till the
Die to
casket
live.
drop.
Wait, you
Even
cannot die
if
to live.
you know, I had surgeries and still did my podcast. Like this is gonna outlive me. This
Yeah.
is for my kids and my kids' kids and their kids. They're always gonna be able to Google or whatever it may be then and find these videos, you know, because I like they did you have to sit your kids down and explain to them what was going on and talk about that? Because I know how it was for me, but how was that for you?
It was hard because when I found out we had just lost my grandmother, um, to actually to the vaccines. As soon as she took the vaccine, she was gone. Maybe 6 months after. So they had already been hit once. Um, and I didn't want to do it, but I had to sit them down. Luckily, they're older, except for my 7-year-old. He is kind of terrified, so he treats me really well, and he holds my hand when I walk. I'm a fall risk. The arthritis makes me fall in the shower, or if I'm walking down the street, I can fall at any time. So those are the things that I deal with that my kids physically see. I try to hide as much as I can from them, but because of how it's attacking me, I had to tell them.
You know, I remember when I first got the call, I was stage 1 though, but before I even knew a stage and stuff, you know, I got a phone call. It was like 8:30 at night on a Friday from like a regular cell phone number, and it was my doctor. And it wasn't the same type of, hey, Mr. Hicks, how you doing? It was yes, Mr. Hicks. Um that it was
The
that
breath,
size,
yep.
you know,
You
and
knew
I had
you,
like I was in the room, we were chilling, you know what I mean? Like it was Friday night. Next thing you know, I had to go outside and take that call, and then I walked around with tears talking to God. Then I called my pastor, then I called my uncle, and then I let who I needed to know, you know, the grown-ups know what was going on and what was said. And then I remember, and big up, I see you, Omeezy. Big up, Omeezy. Big up, Omeezy.
shout out.
Then I had to talk to my children and my granddaughter that I
Right.
raised, you know, and that was hard. But I was like, you know, optimistic. It's stage 1.
Right.
By then I already had 2 surgeries too. I had they did something with my vocal cords was so swollen. Eventually, I would have suffocated in my sleep or something. So they did that one, and I came back and got a total thyroidectomy. You know, and then I had some more lymph nodes popping up, and this and that, and um, I had to talk to them and tell them, but I'm still here. I feel I'm okay. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to deal with what I gotta deal with. I just want y'all, like life is short anyway. We all got a date.
No.
I always say on a what obituary, you got the birth date, a dash, and the end date, the day you went to sleep. We all got to live in that dash and keep doing what we do to leave that dash. That's where the information is important. What you did, how you lived. He said, "How you doing, Cassandra?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Meezy, you see the comment?
Hey, now, shout out to you. I'm good. You.
But yeah, that dash.
Mhm.
What
Shout
you've
out
been
on Easy.
doing
I love you, bro.
all the time, all the time. What you've been doing since, like you said, they said this. Like I didn't get a date. I didn't get a time, not yet. I still got an appointment on the 10th. You know, um, but God got the final say.
Yeah, so I
All
don't
they
pay
do,
attention
they're
to what they tell me
doctors.
because I'm already a year past what. Yeah.
Yeah, and they practice medicine. Big love, me. Oh, I see you, Swagger. They practice medicine. They can't. Only God could. When He
Thank you,
called me
Swagger.
home, I'm gonna be ready. When He called me home, I'm not ready now, so I'm gonna do everything I gotta do to try to keep me
Right.
here because I'm dealing with this. But people see you out. People see you this. People, oh, you don't even look like you sick and this and that. You deal with depression and suicide attempts and isolation. I'm no, I'm not immune to that. You know what I mean? Like I deal, it's all documented. The suicide, isolation, all that stuff. My little brother committed suicide. I had about 8 people I know committed suicide. You know, um, I talked about this before. I admit it a couple times. I tried a couple times when I was younger. You know, but God had me here still, and I'm gonna say like I
Yes,
use the
sir.
hashtag. I still got work to do. You still got work to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's why we're
We
still
still got
here.
work to do.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
that's why. What
Yes, sir.
you said how you wouldn't want to get out of bed. You didn't. People don't understand like that depression. Depression. There's days where I don't get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't feel like getting out of bed. I just want to sleep. I just want to, you know what I mean? And how is that, especially for you? Being a single mom, you still gotta be strong for them. You still gotta handle your business for them while you're dealing with what you're dealing with. How does that play on your mental?
It plays a big part on my mental, but I believe in my whole heart in God, and I believe that He will not put me through things that I cannot handle, and I've been handling it. I've been getting out of bed. It's just extremely hard on my mental, and it's to also my body because, like I said, I deal with the arthritis, and it's taxing to get out of bed and mentally taxing.
Yeah. Yeah, I see y'all on here,
But
man.
I
Again,
do it. I have to do it. I don't have a choice. And when you
you
start
got
thinking
to.
about,
You
shout
got
out.
to. Yeah, they popping
Oh,
on.
we got a
So
call in.
no, not yet. Not yet. Go ahead.
But
Oh,
it's just physically and mentally for me draining. I have to do what I have to do. I can't just let them suffer because I'm suffering. But I do take my time out, like bubble baths and candles and stuff like that.
yeah. I'm a lot of people. I got the headquarters. Finally got my own place where I could do what I want to do. I've been, big up the West Coast radio and everywhere else I was, but I finally have my own place where I could bring people in and let them do what they do. I could, finally. But it's after I'm in this fight, so it's like this is what I've been wanting to do. This is what make me happy. This is what I'm going to do. And I have people telling me you need to rest, you're not feeling good. And I try, but I just don't want to just lay down in the bed all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, I got to get up.
Yeah.
I got to take, kids to
It's
school.
hard.
I got to this. I get my nap in. I try to, but it's like sometimes if I lay in that bed, then I'm going to be in my head having them conversations with myself and get myself more depressed, maybe get myself angry, maybe, it's a lot. It's a lot, How do you cope? How do you cope with yours, when you're feeling certain ways?
A lot of meditation, and a lot of reading my Bible, a lot. Because to me, the Bible has everything in it that I need to know, because I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of anger. I have, sometimes I get in the state of mind, why me? I've already been through enough. Why do you keep putting me through this? But I got to remember, his soldiers he puts through the most. And I have to keep that in my mind.
Soldiers.
His soldiers have to be strong.
Yeah.
So I just remind myself of that, and positive affirmations, counseling, therapy, anything I got to do to be able to get out of bed for my kids.
Yeah. That's real. That's real. And like I said, I deal with that too. But like I said, we do this not only, for other people, but for ourselves too, because, we hold stuff in, we keep stuff in, we bottle stuff in. We don't know when it's safe to. You can't tell certain people certain things because they'll use it against you and think you're weak and think it's so much that go into stuff, that people don't really understand, That's why I wanted you on. I always say we're not on for a long time. We on for a good time. But what were you going to say?
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, whoever is dealing with anything in their life, they need to get it out. They can hit me up. They can hit you up. Let's talk about it, because I know we were raised to not talk about things, especially mental health. But we have to. We can't hold it in.
That's real. And that's why I do this one, and it means a lot to me to do this one. And like I said earlier, I wasn't feeling good, but I had to get out of bed to come do this one, because folks is listening and folks is hitting me up, telling me they really like this show, I appreciate you for answering, with a yes when I reached out about being on the show, but I told you I was, and I said it on live, so I had to, and it was out there, so I had to.
I appreciate you for having me.
I gotta say what I mean and mean what I say. So, let them know before we go. If they want to get in touch with you, if they need to talk to someone, how can they get in touch with you?
Definitely the easiest way to get in touch with me is on Facebook. It's Cassandra Turner, and I'm reachable at all times. If you really need to talk to me, DM me, and I will give you my number. Don't be afraid to reach out if you need help. If you need somebody to listen to you, I got you.
That's word. Hey, I appreciate you coming on, giving me a little bit of your time. Now rest yourself. You dealing with a lot. Rest yourself. It's Friday.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have you on again.
Gonna go cook some nappies.
There you go. I'm gonna have you on again. I'm gonna have you on again because
right,
I need people. that could talk what we talking on here.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna hold you to that.
Okay, for sure. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely will.
No problem. And y'all, I'll be back Wednesday. I'll be in I think it's Adelante, California with K9 Compton. And then Thursday, I'll be back here. I got Riston Diggs. Big love, Uncle Beats. Big love, Uncle Beats. The Hood Hierarchy Mobcast. Uncle Beats in the house. Chi-Town in the house. The Rat. The Go. Chicago. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Stay locked in. I need you to go like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
There it is. Once it's posted, I need y'all to like and stuff because these don't transfer over. So let's get these. We building though. We building. We almost where we need to be. I appreciate you again, and I'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir. You get rest too.
I'm about to. Believe that. Believe that. And everybody else, I appreciate you guys, man. Enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and stay blessed and keep God first. It's your big homie Trey Boogie. I holla.
F&G shit. F&G shit. Shout
Big homie Trey Boogie.
We slide. Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on her toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up.